Hi, my name's Ilma and welcome to my channel. I've been posting Christian blogs for 12 straight years every day. Today I'd like to share Genesis 48 verses 10 to 16. Here is the word of God. Now the eyes of Israel were dim with age, so that he could not see. So Joseph brought them near him, and he kissed them and embraced them. And Israel said to Joseph, I never expected to see your face, and behold, God has let me see your offspring also. Then Joseph removed them from his knees, and he bowed himself with his face to the earth. And Joseph took them both, Ephraim in his right hand toward Israel's left hand, and Manasseh in his left hand towards Israel's right hand, and brought them near him. And Israel stretched out his right hand and laid it on the head of Ephraim, who was the younger, and his left hand on the head of Manasseh, crossing his hands, for Manasseh was the firstborn. And he blessed Joseph and said, The God before whom my fathers Abraham and Isaac walked, the God who has been my shepherd all my life long to this day, the angel who has redeemed me from all evil, bless the boys, and in them let my name be carried on, and the name of my fathers Abraham and Isaac, and let them grow into a multitude in the midst of the earth. Genesis 48, 10 to 16. And here's the poem I wrote inspired by those verses. Jacob blesses Joseph and his sons. When Joseph presented his sons to his father's deathbed, Jacob's eyesight was already going and he can't see them. So Joseph brought Manasseh and Ephraim nearer his father. Jacob took them both and placed his right hand on Ephraim. His left hand he placed on Manasseh, even though he was the firstborn. Then he blessed Joseph and the boys so that his name will be carried on. Here's my commentary. On his deathbed, Joseph and his sons Manasseh and Ephraim gathered to pay homage to their beloved father and grandfather. Here Jacob mentions how his father Isaac and grandfather Abraham had that covenant promise from God himself to their family. At this time he thanked the Lord for allowing him to see Joseph again and also his sons in Egypt. Prior to these verses, we hear Jacob adopting these grandchildren to be like his own two sons. He passed on to them the same blessings he gave all his sons. Jacob wanted these two grandsons to have hierarchy in receiving God's promise to his offspring. Reflection. Why do you think Jacob placed his right hand on Ephraim and not on Manasseh? Well, as you will see in those traditions, the firstborn was blessed because everything that is first has more blessings. But in this case, and in the case of Jacob himself, who was a second-born child, because Esau was his older brother, and Rachel and he had to steal that birthright of the firstborn. And so I think that since Jacob had also been very close with God, I think that he had a vision that it was Ephraim that should be given the blessing and be on his right hand rather than Manasseh. But also it's like history repeats itself in most of the time. Like in this case, Rebecca's favorite was Jacob, and Jacob's favorite was Joseph. So he almost passed it on because Joseph was his child by Rachel, whom he loved more than Leah. And so Reuben and Simeon and the other children are from Leah and his servants. So it's important that for him, since Joseph was separated from him for so long, he didn't see these grandsons during those years. So he wants to bring, because he only had Benjamin and Joseph as his children by Rachel. So it was important for them for him to remember that it's almost like his sons were lost and these are like his own sons, and it's important for them because at that time there's hierarchy in terms of receiving blessings. And so I think that this is something that we have not been doing in our culture today, that we give blessings to our children, to our grandchildren and all that. But it is important that in this case, because God had a covenant promise to his ancestors, to Abraham and to Isaac. So it's important for them to have that awareness of that blessing so that they remember God's promise being fulfilled in their family, to be fruitful and to multiply. Thanks for watching. I hope you check my website at ilmaarts.com for artworks, photographs, and a copy of this blog. Please subscribe to my channel on YouTube so I could make more videos and give you the Word of God. If you haven't already, check my website, and over 3,000 videos I've done. Just type on Google search or YouTube search Ilma's Poem Devotional. Have a blessed day.